And welcome to another Wake Up episode of Wake Up CU, the talk show by students for students. I'm Gray Barnhill, and here on this perfect date of April 25th, hosting the show with me is Danielle Stansel.
Good morning, Campbell. No matter how you woke up this morning, here's a reason to be happy. It's the last day of class.
Woohoo!
And it's a better way to end the semester, and this is our last show together.
So sad.
But it's okay.
So sad. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and yeah. Are you excited about graduation coming up?
I am. I'm really excited. I graduate May 12th, and you guys will be back here, but unfortunately, I will not be here, but I will be here in spirit, and I'll be tuning live, just like the audience does, and I'll comment. So
Well, that's what we want you to do. Comment, tell us what you're thinking.
I'll do it.
All of it. So yeah, we have been renewed for another season. Really excited about that. So be sure to check out next semester.
Yes, that's right. Wake Up CU will be back, but unfortunately, I won't. But let's just go ahead and jump into our last time of doing Hot Topic.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So the first thing we've got coming up that we want to talk about are the camis that happened on Monday.
Monday night.
The
Yes.
big award ceremony for our athletes.
Yes, and athletic staff.
Yep.
And coaches. It's a great time to see all of our athletes dressed up together, looking nice, to celebrate them because they go through so much during the year and we forget that they're actual people that have
Yep.
homework and they have tests just like we do, and they deserve to be appreciated.
Right, and I don't know if you guys saw any pictures on social media from the camis, but we have a couple pictures to show you. But they dressed up Convo so nice.
They turned it into
So
a
nice.
Broadway theater.
It looks so good. They did a really good job with it. All the videos and things that were put in there are awesome. And there's some pictures from formal too.
Yeah. So, of course, just like it's cami time, it's also formal times. So, that picture is actually people in the comm department.
Yeah, they are. And
We
so,
all ended up going to formal together.
Right. So you went to the AD Pi
Yes.
formal. I went to the SAO formal.
Right.
Both a lot of fun. Phi Delts, I saw pictures from theirs. DPhi had a lot of fun at their formal. So
I definitely think like formal time is the best way to get everybody together. It gives the students and camis gives the athletes time to just put on their best and just have fun and enjoy the company of each other.
and so many people nowadays don't have the chance, especially in college. We like don't really have that place to like dress up and get fancy.
Right.
And like sometimes it's just fun to do that. The camis, formals, it's just a great time to do that.
But at the
for sure.
camis, it was a big night for Chris Clemens and Sabina, who both got 2 awards.
That's true. That's true. And we had Mr. Campbell and Miss Campbell were also presented there. So Ethan Pearson got Mr. Campbell and Mackenzie Kohler got Miss Campbell.
But she was also homecoming queen.
Really?
Yes.
That's so awesome.
After when Campbell Cam was interviewing her and they stated that she had won homecoming queen, she stated that this was just a mix of emotions because this year has taken her by so many surprises. First it was homecoming queen, and now she has Mrs. Campbell.
Right. Right.
And she just stated how grateful she was and that she hopes to leave a better legacy for people on the lacrosse team and for people on campus, athletes, to know that you can do anything.
Right. That's really a big honor for her.
It really is.
It's really awesome. And let's talk about some other people that seem to always be fancy nowadays. Kate Middleton and Prince William had another baby,
The third one.
number 3, on Monday, and there they are, so beautiful.
Well, let's talk about this. After she gave birth early Monday morning, she was out of the hospital in 7 hours with the baby, ready to go home.
Yep, 7 hours. In that picture, she looks so good.
Right, like she did not just
I
have
haven't
birth.
been through anything. I'm
Right.
just chilling. Like, how?
They probably like paid people to come in and were like, okay, she has to be out of here in 7 hours, but she needs to have hair done, makeup done, outfit
Oh, yeah.
on. She does not need to look like she just got
Right.
done.
I
giving
feel like,
birth.
oh, they took the baby, put him over here, and now we got to doll up Kate Middleton, make
They
sure
probably
she's pretty.
doll the baby up for all we know.
I mean, you're probably right. You're probably
we'll
right.
never know. We'll never
But he was born at 11:01 England time, which was early here, of
Right.
course. But there was actually a family that came out just before them of the same door, and these are just some random people. But they got their pictures taken by the press.
That probably would have been me
Yeah,
too.
this video by ABC News kind of shows them coming out and taking pictures with their new baby in front of the same door that Prince William and Kate Middleton come out of just a couple hours later.
Wow. She was probably like, I'm going to get this picture. This is a historic moment for me.
I'm sure they walked out and they were like, oh, dang, that's a lot of people.
No.
Like, they were just like, weren't ready for
Unfortunately, there has been no name announced yet for the baby.
it. Not yet.
But the siblings, Princess Charlotte and Prince George, visited the hospital with their parents like after I think it was like 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But the baby they are 5th in line. He is 5th
Yep.
in line to take the throne.
He's now ahead of Prince Harry in the line to take the crown. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, but he's planning a wedding.
That's true.
So
he
the royal
is.
family has a lot going on. They just get somebody
A lot going on.
a new baby.
Mhm.
He's planning a wedding. So we'll look forward to what they
Yep.
have going on.
Yep. But I do have some sad news for all of our childhoods. Bob Dorough, who a lot of people don't know that name, but he actually is the writer and director of all the Schoolhouse Rock songs.
Those were like the best songs.
They were so good, but he died at the age of 94 yesterday. So there, just everything. But
I looked forward to those videos in school. Like you knew it
Yeah.
was going to be a good day, or your teacher really wasn't teaching anything when Schoolhouse Rock came on.
But it was so fun because you still get to learn things and.
Like the Emancipation Proclamation, I learned it through Schoolhouse
Yeah,
Rock.
the preamble to the Constitution,
Me too.
memorized it from that
Yep.
song. But I actually put a little video together just to pay some tribute to
Of course you did.
Schoolhouse Rock. I just love this song so
Let's
much.
check it out.
Lady Liberty with her book of recipes and the finest one she's got. The Great American Melting Pot, the Great American Melting Pot. Lolly, lolly, get your efforts here. Lolly, 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 got some efforts here.
I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill.
Interjections, hey, something, yeah! Out! They're generally set apart from a sentence by an exclamation point or by a comma when the feeling's not as strong. Junction, junction, what's your function?
Hooking up words and phrases and clauses.
3 is a magic number. Yes, it is. It's a magic number.
In the dark, and you want to see, you need
Electricity, electricity.
I mean, listen, Gray has musical talents. If you don't follow him on social media, he puts these up every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
So like it's something that I look forward to. So I know like when I go to Snapchat and look at your Snapchat, you're gonna have a song up there.
Yep.
But this time he got carried away just a little bit, but it's okay. But let's talk about a real hot topic that's been surfacing.
Let's do it.
Meek Mill.
Meek Mill.
Speaking of the rapper, he was sentenced to 2 to 4 years in prison for violating his probation after having a gun and drugs a decade ago.
A long time ago.
Right, but he was given no bail. So after serving 5 months, he was released yesterday. And the first thing he did was immediately go to a Philadelphia 76ers NBA game with his son
Against the Miami Heat.
against the Miami Heat.
And he actually rang the Liberty Bell with Kevin Hart during the pregame. Just hours after being released from jail. There's actually a video that we have of him ringing the bell.
Let's see it. You know, people like that, it's always great to see the whole time rally behind them because you just see that they're not by themselves. And that moment right there, he probably felt really proud about. Like, he just got released, but what's better than have your hometown?
It's true. And
Stand
his son
behind
was there with
you.
him. Just like a good night.
It's like a good night. What
Yeah.
better? Like, literally.
Right.
Get out of jail, 76 again.
Right.
Against Miami Heat.
And the 76ers defeated the Heat. And so they finished their series with 4-1.
Yeah.
So-
Last night, so did the Warriors and the Spurs.
Mhm.
So now they're both off to the, I believe it's the semifinals.
Yep, I believe so. We'll see.
Well, let's talk about Abercrombie and Fitch.
So Abercrombie and Fitch, way back in the day, they were super popular, great clothing line. But they have recently closed hundreds of stores. And they have announced that they will be closing 60 more by the upcoming fall. And currently the one in Raleigh is closed due to renovations. We'll see if they open back up.
Well, let's just talk about the fact that just like Aeropostale is going out, sometimes it's time to just remove stores. Like those used to be my favorite stores.
true.
Growing up as a kid, but
They
now
always
they're
like,
not so popular.
and they always had that like perfume or like cologne smell,
yeah,
like
it's
super
like very
strong in the
like
store.
you walk into the
Mhm.
store and then you leave smelling like the store.
Right.
And
Yep.
You're just like, yeah, I didn't sign
You're
up
like,
for this.
what the heck is going
But
on?
also they have hiring rules. So fun fact that if you try to get a job there, you cannot
Mm-hmm.
have dyed hair. You cannot have tattoos showing. You cannot have facial piercings, and you have to be a certain size. Although they don't say that in their package, but you have to be a certain size.
Wow, that's really interesting.
So maybe it's time,
It's just time.
It's not the new normal anymore.
They've been around for a while. It's time for them to just kind of move on.
Right.
So let's talk about some other things that are going on in the news. There was a Waffle House shooting where 4 were killed in Tennessee. But things could have been much, much worse if there wasn't a bystander who stepped in and saved many, many lives in that Waffle House.
Right. James Shaw Jr. Disarmed the shooter and threw his gun over the counter to stop the shooting. And, when we talk about shootings, it's a lot that goes through somebody's head at the point. But the fact that he wanted to step up to the plate and say, if nobody's going to do it, I'll do it in the moment, says a lot. Because everybody else could have been stuck, frozen.
For sure.
And it could have been a lot worse. But he was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. Sacrifice myself for the greater good.
That's the good thing to do. He's been hailed as a hero by people across the world, but he himself says that he's not a hero. But he has even started a fundraiser for the families of the victims of that Waffle House
I'm pretty sure
shooting.
he just says that, like, in that moment, you have to do what you have to do. And that's what anybody would say. But to us, he is truly a hero.
Oh, for sure. Definitely.
A journalist, Yashari Ali, started a GoFundMe page for Shaw's daughter's college fund and raised over $100,000 in less than 20 hours.
That's crazy. But, you're a hero. That's what happens.
Really, that's what he really
That's what
does
happens.
deserve.
That's right. That's true.
So in other news, sports-wise, I don't know if you like basketball, but my favorite sport is football. And the season's almost here, and we're going to start it off with the NFL draft.
It's coming
on
up soon.
Thursday. The NFL draft comes on, and I don't know if you have a favorite team, but my team is the Atlanta Falcons.
I'm not a huge fan of football,
Okay.
but, I do watch a few of the things. Super Bowl, like the big things that happen. But I'm a very strong to my hometown team, so Carolina Panthers all the way.
Right. But the NFL draft is very long, and it's one of those things that takes several days. But, I'm excited. I looked at where the Falcons are lined up in the different rounds. And going in the first round, we have the number 26 pick. So I'm excited, but as soon as we get lower, as soon as we get deeper into the rounds, we get lower into the rankings.
It happens.
But coming
It
to the
happens.
first round with the number 26 pick, you really can't complain.
That's true. That's very true. And J. Cole, in music news,
Yes.
a Fayetteville, North Carolina native, actually dropped a new album on Friday, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his album is taking everybody by surprise, and definitely he is not getting slept on for this one. And this album, he covers anything political, anything mental health awareness, and he talks about taxes.
Yep.
And I don't know what better artist to do all of that in one album and to just lay it out there, like, this is what society is.
And we talked about a couple weeks ago that many artists are now taking the reins and kind of like jumping onto these things.
Right.
And being able to step up, and they know that they are strong in community and like making impacts on people. And I think it's good that they're doing that.
And the fact that he's a native from Fayetteville, which is right down the street from us,
That's true.
it gives North Carolina a pride. Like,
Right.
wow, like this is somebody who was raised in North Carolina on everything that North Carolina has to offer, and he's doing amazing.
That's true. It's true. So the question is raised, will there be a Kanye West album coming out soon?
Well, I'm not a big Kanye West fan. Like, so if he does, I mean, I'll take a listen, but he's not like one of my artists that I'm just gonna sit
Right.
there and listen to.
Right.
Like, I think he should stick with clothes and just let
He
the
does have a
music
good
career
clothing
go.
line.
But that's all of our hot topics, and we're gonna take a quick break. But when we come back, we'll have the president and vice president from CAB.
Hey guys, is it game day?
No, it's Orange Wednesday.
Each week on Hump Day, the Campbell University Student Government Association hands out prizes to students who show their school spirit by wearing orange. Be sure to wear orange and visit the table in Academic Circle.
We want you. We want you. We want you to wear orange on Wednesday.
And get a prize from SGA.
Welcome back, Camels, and here with me today is Brittany and Quentin from the Executive Board of CAB. So let's explain a little bit about your roles on the Executive Board.
So I'm Brittany. I currently am in the Weekends Chair of Campus Activities Board, and next year I'll be moving up to President.
My name is Quentin. Currently, I'm secretary, and next year I'm vice president.
We're just gonna move up in rankings.
Yeah.
Let's go. So let's talk about like a concert rehab. Let's talk about how the acts are chosen.
So our concert chair this year is Amber, and she gets with Chris and Dr. Bazemore, and they discuss the budget for the year that we are given. And she meets with our on phone with our middle agent, whose name is Ari. He's wonderful, and we give him our budget, and he gives us a list back of artists who are willing to do college concerts, who are on tour and are not willing to come out since they are not anywhere near North Carolina at the moment. And we give them a genre, so he gives us back a list of names. Amber then takes those list of names to her committee, and they hash it over, and they figure out like maybe 3 or 4. I'm not really sure what they did this year, and they take those back to our middle agent, and then Ari starts placing bids with those artists, and it's just like a draw of the hat. Whoever comes
picks
back.
it up.
Yeah, so we got DNC this year, and we were very excited. Do you want to talk about our ticket sales?
Yeah, so the floor is completely sold out.
Right.
In total ticket sales, 80% of that was for the students. So this is an organization, that's run by students, for the students, and for 80% of our sales to come from students was just fantastic.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And plus, Joe Jonas has a soft spot in like everybody's heart because that was probably everybody's childhood crush.
Yes.
So like everybody's like, Joe Jonas? Yeah, I'm gonna go. So let's talk about things that you guys have planned. Today's the last day of class, and so that means that CAB is in full effect because now you guys have time to plan stuff for the weekend.
Right. So today we have midnight breakfast. It starts at 10 o'clock tonight is when doors open. The people who get there really early start lining up between like 4 and 5. Everybody else normally comes in around like 6 or 7. We'll probably do tickets around 9 p.m. tonight for the t-shirts. We have plenty of t-shirts to go around. Breakfast is just as normal. So that's what we have today.
That's crazy. People line up at 4 or 5.
Yeah, like we
For
last,
breakfast that starts at
yeah.
10.
Yeah.
last
I know
semester.
when I was a freshman, I think I lined up. I was one of the first ones in line, and I lined up, I bet you at 5 o'clock, and I was probably second or third in line.
No, I never did that.
That's okay. But let's talk about, you guys also have 2 exam breaks coming up. So can you explain a little bit about what those 2 exam breaks entail?
You want to talk about the massages?
Sure. So on Friday, this week, it's this Friday, the 27th.
Yes.
We have massages and pizza. So we have 2 chair massage ladies coming out to give massages in Rumley. So if you want to come out to Rumley Center, you can get, I think it's like a 5-minute massage, and then you can get some pizza. And then on Saturday.
Yeah, and then on Saturday we have a special movie coming. It's actually something that's still in theaters, so check it out.
They just need to come.
You
Just
just gotta
be
come.
there.
It's
It'll
a
be worth
surprise.
it.
Yeah. So, students, if you guys are here on Saturday, come to the surprise movie night. It'll be worth it.
Yeah, I promise. It'll be
promise.
worth it.
So, thank you for joining us today, and thank you for giving us your time and explaining a little bit of what CAB does, because everybody sees you guys, but they don't know what you guys go through. So thank you for coming on here and sharing.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you. When we come back, we'll have Gray with our News Minute.
Now it's time for this week's News Minute. Let's get started with a special announcement for our seniors regarding graduation. Make sure you stop by the registrar's office between April 30th and May 10th to pick up your graduation tickets. Also, make sure you have your student IDs in hand to get your tickets. Exams start this Friday, so make sure you guys are well rested and ready to be tested. Exams go until next Wednesday. Make sure you stay on top of your test schedule and give it everything you've got. The groundbreaking ceremony for the new Student Union will be today in Academic Circle at 2 p.m. There will be speakers and refreshments to commemorate the beginning of construction of the 100,000 square foot facility, so check it out. The traditional midnight breakfast is tonight in front of Marshbanks. The event will begin at 10 o'clock, but make sure to show up early to make sure you get a ticket for a t-shirt. Come out and get some grub and enjoy a Campbell Staple event. On Monday, April 30th, SJ is inviting Campbell students to come out to Cookout in Dunn for free food. The event will run from 6 to 8, so make sure to stop by and grab some free grub. Lastly, tomorrow is reading day, which means there are no classes in preparation for exams. Use the time wisely and study hard. And of course, best of luck. That's all the news. That's all the news for our News Minute. But stick around because after our commercial break, we'll have a great video to close the show.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
So before we close the season out, we want to have a little bit of fun.
Of what goes on behind our scenes.
That's right. We've got a video of what goes on behind scenes. So let's check it out.
This is really happening.
Really happening.
This is funny because we're going to do this.
Sit down.
That's it. They wanted somebody as their previous radio guy.
Do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry. 21. JK, we're live at 10:15, so check it.
10:15. Check it out on Facebook.
Good morning, Camels, and here's another episode of Wake Up CU. I'm Gray Barhill, and here hosting the show with me is Danielle Stansel. Thanks, Gray. Today we're gonna have another great episode.
Keep a look. Let's do that again.
Is this your bliss? Is this your king? He can't even defend his own father from getting blown up. Oh. Look, Adrian. This show has been a blast to make it. And we wanted to show you guys the faces that are behind the scenes that you usually don't see. So we have Ashley, who is our floor manager. We have Hannah, who is on teleprompter. We have Zach, who makes all of our wonderful scripts and puts everything together. And then we have Adrian, that does our audio that comes in and goes out. But it's okay. We're fine.
And we want to give a shout out to Hannah Long, who is still behind the computer, but she is our director for the show. So, yeah.
And she makes us look good, and we do well together. So thank you
It's
guys
true.
for being our team this semester. And the show has been a blast to create. And from our behind the scenes footage, we've had
A lot of fun.
great
It's been a lot
memories.
of fun. Do you guys have anything you want to say?
I just want to say thank you to you guys. Thank you especially to Hannah. What I do is just a small part of what this show is, and the thanks really goes to you guys who really pull a lot of the weight. So thank you.
Anyone else?
How do I say goodbye to what we had?
You done or you finished? It's okay. But we'll like to thank you guys for showing up and
Thank you so
tuning
much.
in to our live events. So for our last time, Gray, and everybody, let's say it together.
That's another episode of
Wake Up, CU.